What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game live stream. And finally, yes, it feels good to chill. What's up, D Free? Feels amazing to chill, y'all, because the Lakers did get that victory we were looking for, and it's just good. It's good to be on the winning side of things. And again, 134 to 96 for our Lakers as we defeat the Washington Wizards. Guys, this is something we had to do. This is something that had to be done. There was no way in hell we could have even. I told you guys before during pregame. There's no way we should even be thinking of a loss. I know we lost the last game and it was bad, but again, we looked gassed in that game, and in this one we look much. So credit to the Lakers for showing up, taking care of business, doing exactly what they had to do, and that's fine. And then that's that. That's at the end of the day. That's what it takes to be a good team, taking care of poorer teams. But yeah, this was an absolute beatdown from beginning to end, 134 to 96. We even got to enjoy Bronny James get a couple of buckets finally, so that was nice to see, and some nice assists and a steal. I was like, okay, Bronny, maybe sometime we'll do you right. But yeah, great win. Well-rounded. Everybody balled out, man. Rui Hachimura had 22 points, 4 rebounds. Still got to get those rebounds up. 24 for LeBron James, 11 assists, 3 rebounds in 27 minutes. Masterclass. And then 10 for Jackson Hayes with 10 rebounds. Surprisingly, had a decent game. 17 for Austin with 5 assists, so right around the average. And then 13 for Max Christie. Best game that I have seen by Shake Milton. 28 minutes, he went 7 for 8 from the field for 21 points with 4 assists and 2 steals. So by far, Shake Milton's best game by far, right? Also, Trey Jamison III and Christian Coloco both played. I really like the minutes that Trey Jamison gave us tonight. There were some solid minutes there that Trey Jamison gave us, and hence a new nickname was born on the stream, guys. I call Jamison because of his body type and because of his bully style, Debo. All right, that is the new nickname for Trey Jamison. I definitely like what I saw from him. Good energy. Again, take it with a grain of salt because it is only versus the Wizards, but still, like it feels good. It feels good to take care of business tonight, and like my good friend D Free said, get an easy one and call it a day. Let's see, solid beatdown. They like to get dealt with. Very, very solid beatdown right there, Nakomi. And you know what? At the end of the day, this is what the Lakers had to do. There's no way around it. We're the much better team. We've lost versus some bad teams this year, but this was not going to be one of them. There was no way around it unless we were throwing the game, which we were not, right? So that's, again, I was fairly confident in this game, and we got off to a little bit of a slow start, but then we took over. That second quarter was over by then. By the way, according to Mark Stein, just a quick update rumor for you guys, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. We talked about it during my stream over on Playback, but according to Mark Stein and Jake Fisher, big reason why Fox isn't listing LA in his destination is because Clutch knows that LA has no intention of trading Austin Reeves in any deal. So eat your heart out, Austin Reeves haters. It doesn't seem like he's going anywhere anytime soon. So that is pretty cool to know. I think that's good for his own confidence because you know what? You don't think it gives a player like Austin confidence knowing that your team has no intentions of ever trading you the way you're playing? Like, come on now. Now, we do have an update on injuries. Redick says he hopes for both Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith will be available Saturday versus the New York Knicks. So we're going to need those guys for that game for sure. Also, JJ mentioned that he liked the fact that we were angry tonight. We played angry. And you know what? Let me tell you, I did you guys see that play where Austin Reeves was yelling because the officials weren't giving him the call and he tossed the towel? He threw a towel down. I love that fire. That means they want to win. That means their coach has been riding them. And he's trying to bring out the best in them. So, yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see when they play with some fire in them and they play with some damn heart. D Free said Jameson had Jonas in jail. That sounded like, I don't know why that sounded like a Spider-Man name, Jonas Jameson, right? The way you mixed it up right there, D Free. See what I did? But yeah, I like Jameson. He's decent. He's actually starting to look like the better prospect than Coloco right now, even though I still like Coloco. But yeah, Jamison definitely impressed tonight. I like the fact that he wouldn't stand down, even when they tried to bully him. They tried to bully that man, and he would not take no for an answer. Like, he gave us some solid minutes. He was, I think he was on a plus 12. Let's see. Shake Milton was plus 25. Jemison was plus 12 on a plus minus. Vando. I also want to talk about him. Vando, guys. I think for sure if we had Vando versus Philly, we would have won that game. And not saying one player would have put a stop to everything, but if you would have put Vando out on Tyrese Maxey doesn't get 41, period. He's just such a good player. The stats never tell the whole story with him. His effort consistently has a motor. I think he's averaging like 2 steals per game since he came back. He had how many? He had 4 steals today. 4 steals, 7 rebounds, 4 points, plus 18 on the plus minus off the bench. Phenomenal. And like I said earlier, Shake Milton's best game. For sure, for sure. And I think this is a glimpse of what Shake Milton could do. Granted, it was Washington, but Shake is a bucket. He's an instant microwave type player off the bench. I just think JJ needs to give him some opportunities here, guys, for sure. Kimiko, appreciate you, Kimiko. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. D Prince says, yo, Dan missed the game, but man, what a big time bounce back game. That's a total massacre. That's what we needed. That is what we needed right there. We needed a massacre type win to build our confidence back up after that horrid loss, that putrid loss we had versus Philly, to go into New York now. Now we got to go into New York where our heads held high. No AD, next man up. Okay, and I would like to see similar rotations to tonight. I want to see Shake Milton play. I want to see Jemison play. I want to see a couple of players ball out. Like, that is what's necessary. You got to get creative. And by the way, guys, the Lakers are officially half a game back. Half a game back in the Western Conference from the 4th seed, okay, to the Denver Nuggets. Now, this hasn't updated yet, but we're 27-19. The Nuggets are 28-19. So we're half a game back. And Denver, by the way, plays. Who do they play next? They play the Sixers. Never mind. A game and a half back, guys. We're a game and a half back. But the bottom line is we got to keep inching towards this 4th seed. We want to be a top 4 seed and a top 3 eventually, hopefully. But again, 7 days left to the trade deadline, guys, and we're going to figure out what needs to happen in order for the Lakers to take a step forward now. Now, again, Jemison played, had some very solid minutes. I still need something that's more reliable, right, as a backup or even as a sidekick to Anthony Davis when he comes back. Now, AD is going to be reevaluated in a week, like we mentioned pregame, with the abdominal strain. Now, reevaluated doesn't mean playing in a week. You never know. There is a chance this could also be pushed back till after the All-Star break, whatever. But Lakers got to figure out a way to win some games and keep the stride going. Again, we are 8 games over 500. We're looking solid, but we got some tough games coming up now. Back-to-back tough games. New York, then the Flippers, okay? So, yeah, we got to step up for sure and have some solid games. All right, let's see here. Dan, we took our frustration out on the Wiz kids. Absolutely, Katrina, as we should have. Again, this is one of the worst teams. They have now lost 16 in a row after this. So this is one of the worst teams in the league by far. And not only are they tanking, but they are thanking teams for beating their ass because they continue to tank. I think let me see if I'm wrong. No, the Wizards are the worst team in the NBA right now by far. The Jazz are, I think, behind them with 10 wins, but they only have 6 wins on the year, the Wizards do. So, yeah, they're right now they have the best odds. They're tied with 2 other teams for the best odds for the number 1 overall pick, right? So this is a team that's bottoming out for sure, and they might make some trades as well. Got to put Vando on Brunson. Now, I don't want to get into that game yet. We'll get into that pregame on Saturday. But, guys, let's talk about trades a little bit because, again, with these reports that are coming out, apparently Fox would have been interested in the Lakers if they were willing to include Austin Reeves, which makes no sense to me. If you're a player, why do you care who the other team includes in a package, right? But, again, today, the Bovada official odds came out, and they had Miles Turner minus 120 to the Lakers. So, again, take that with a grain of salt. But, if we do land a Miles Turner or a player like that, I think the Lakers can take it to the next level. If we don't land a Miles Turner, what kind of players would fit the mold, right? What kind of players would actually be the type of players that can still help us without breaking the bank, right? That's what I want to talk about. And I'm going to have a separate video tomorrow for that. And maybe even one more trade machine video before the actual news starts coming out over the next couple of days. But who do you guys want to see realistically, right? Let's remove the Miles Turners because those are great. targets, but they seem like dream targets. Let's remove. Who else do we remove? Let's remove the Vucevic's of the world. Let's remove the main targets. Who else do you guys think the Lakers should target realistically with those picks or with those young assets we have? What's up with Reddish? He seems to be in the doghouse. He's not getting no PT whatsoever. None. He's getting 0 PT right now. And I don't know why, but it's going to have been a good game to throw him out there. But whatever. JJ's going to JJ. He thinks he knows what's best. Oh, for sure. I can't wait to see the cross matchups there. Walker Kessler. Okay, we talked about him. Now, obviously, that's another great dream target. I would love to have him. He's my favorite of them all. But Robert Williams. Now, there's a name. There's a name that might pop up and happen. If you look at his stats, you won't be too impressed, but he's exactly the type of player the Lakers could use for sure. Defensive-minded, rebounding, tough screen setting, big man who's athletic and can protect the rim. Bruce Brown is another good name I like, Daniel. I really do. I like Bruce Brown a lot. Let's see, Jacob Pirtle. Okay. Yeah, we've heard his name a couple of times as well. Nick Claxton or Sabonis. Sabonis is a pipe dream. Unless Fox gets dealt early here and then Sabonis has a chance to analyze the trade and say, well, I want to trade as well. I think Sabonis is a pipe dream. I think the Kings will try to keep him, but I would also target players like Malik Monk, Sabonis, if they do decide to have a fire sale after all, right? Because without Fox, you're not shit. You're already not shit with him. Now, without Fox, you definitely ain't. You know what I'm saying? Robert Williams. Yeah, I see a couple of Robert Williams. Reddish is ass besides playing good D once in a blue moon. I don't think he's ass Jason Black, but offensively his game is. I agree. Robert Williams and Simmons or Pirtle and BB. All names I like. They ain't trading both. We'll see. We'll see, Jason. That's clutch for you. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You're talking about De'Aaron Fox not wanting to be a Laker because of what you mean? Let's see. My boy D Free says, I think Sabonis is better player on the Kings, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not like the biggest Sabonis fan either, but I could see him pair up with AD. That would be a nice little pairing. But yeah, I'm not like the biggest Sabonis fan. Personally, I've never been a fan of these foreign players that like the wing and hook because they won't get away with that on the Lakers anyways. Not a fan. Dan, you heard Capella might be bought out by the Hawks? Now, if that happens, then we got to figure out how to make a trade to offload some of these dead contracts. Maybe a second-round pick plus Jalen Hood-Schifino just to offload him somewhere, right? Maybe. Bronny is a slasher. It's too early to tell what he's going to be, Karma Carl, but one thing's for sure. After he made his first bucket, he had a couple of decent plays. Granted, again, it's versus the third stringers on the Wizards, but you can see his confidence start building up, and all of a sudden he started attacking with confidence, and that's when he had that nice little bucket where you say he's a slasher, right? But again, all in all, I mean, this is a young player that still has a lot of time to grow and develop, and we're all rooting for him. It's fun to watch him out there, for sure. Let's see. Bronny needs confidence, but that and one moment was a wholesome moment. It was. It was nice to see his father smiling. You could just feel all the weight of the world and all the pressure just right off of his shoulders. Like, okay, my son made a bucket. Everybody can just get off of his tip now. That was like the expression LeBron had, and the teammates were teasing him about it. So it was wonderful to watch. Me and my girl shared that moment together with you guys on the live. It was fun for everybody involved. So hopefully more of those moments. But, we'll get to see Bronny more the more blowouts we have. So that should be motivation for LeBron to play really hard and blow out teams. The Bronny MVP chat was crazy. Hi, man. That shit was crazy, Jamie. Damn. He said, who is better, Miles or Capella, Dan? Miles Turner. It's not even close. Miles Turner, and it's not even close, fam. But Capella would be very serviceable, and if he comes off of a buyout market, again, I'm not sure how the second apron or first apron of the CBA would impact this, but hopefully we're able to offload some salary, and whether it takes a second-round pick to get somebody like Jalen Hood-Schifino off, or maybe somebody else, or like a Christian Wood, just to clear up some salary, then so be it. But we should figure it out, hopefully. There's a lot to figure out, man. We got 7 days to do it, guys. It's going to be hard to sleep over these next 7 days because usually I wake up to a blockbuster trade and then I got to run up to put the green screen, do the thumbnail, everything so quick just to give you guys the news ASAP. Pacers not giving up Turner. We'll see, John. Yeah, right now I never said it was probable. Apparently Vegas thinks it's very probable, but personally, me, when you guys saw my trade machine videos, I said I don't think it's likely because they're playing better, and obviously they're going to need a center anyways. So, but you never know. Again, how these teams are thinking with the new CBA, a lot of these players not going to get re-signed, so you just never know. Lakers do have to make sure that they do their due diligence and they're ready to snag up anybody who becomes available at any moment like this, because that's how you make a 11th hour blockbuster trade, or just a trade in general. Let's see. Karma Carl says, remember Scottie Pippen looked kind of like Bronny whenever he got garble time with us. After 2 seasons, he finally looked solid. Yeah, I'm very patient when it comes to player development. The difference is that Scottie Pippen Jr. was on a 2-way contract. When you're on a contract, the fans expect a little bit more because otherwise they see you as dead weight, right? But the 55th pick, so I ain't mad at it. We'll see. Let's see. How long do you think AD will be out? Not sure. They're saying they're going to reevaluate him in a week, so maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 after All-Star break. We'll see. Again, if I had to guess, he'll be back after All-Star break, just to be sure. But if it's nothing too serious, then maybe he'll be back next week. Oh, that's clutch for you on De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, man. They got to protect their clients. They're going to do whatever it takes. Anthony Parker says Miles Turner is a better fit than Kessler and more dynamic offensively and still a very good shot blocker. Yeah, I can see that. However, if you look at Kessler and how young he is and how much cheaper he is, you might want to go that route, especially with the new CBA, right? But yeah, they both make a strong case for why the Lakers should pursue, maybe even trade both of their first-round picks. I don't know. But one thing's for sure, what's not going to be acceptable by everybody is if they just sit on those picks with the excuse that AD is hurt or with any excuse at all. You can't just sit on those picks, Rob. If you can't do your job, then quit and let somebody else do it for you, right? We did not move up in the standings tonight, Strega, but we are half a game back from, see if I can pull it up here, from the Denver Nuggets. So we're half a game back. This hasn't updated, but we're literally 27-19 right now. So we're half a game back right now, and hopefully, hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully, I'm praying. Let's see. What's Turner's 3-point percentage? It's pretty high. I'll look it up right now. But I know he's shooting, I think, a career best, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I'll look it up right now. All right. So, Miles Turner's 3-point percentage right now on the season is 40% from beyond the arc. So that's extremely high. He's averaging 15 points and 6 rebounds, 6.8, with 1.9 blocks per game. So exactly what the doctors ordered for the Lakers. Right? Now the question is, do you guys give up both picks unprotected, one pick with one protection on it and the other pick with no protection, or just one pick straight up? Like, what would it take? What would you guys think that Indiana would require in order for us to make that deal, right? Like, what would it take? The refs are soft, Vincent. That's why. Dalton got ejected because the refs are really, really, really soft. Kessler would be an easier player to use, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Kessler just fits in with what we need. Rebounding, shot blocking, setting tough screens, and rolling to the basket. We don't technically need another scorer, so my interest in Turner isn't necessarily for scoring. It helps that he can space the floor, but it's not necessarily for that. The rebounding and shot blocking. It's the weak side defense to help AD play the 5, and because if you get Miles Turner, you for sure got to start them both. So there goes whatever JJ Redick's small ball game plan was, right? If you get them, you got to start them both. Let's see. We have 3 first-round picks or 2. We have, I think, 2 that are tradable, and 1 is a pick. You can use it as a pick swap, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Dan, will you give up Turner for Dalton and Rui? If they throw in Benedict Mathurin. They throw in Benedict Mathurin, yes. Otherwise, I want to hold on to Dalton. We could use another combo guard / wing like Mathurin. If they don't do Mathurin, who has been rumored to be on the trade market or teams have been inquiring about, then no. You say you don't want Miles Turner because AD closes at the 5 and Turner won't like that? I don't think we worry about that, man. When you have talent that fits each other, you figure that out later. I don't think Turner will mind as long as we're winning championships. If we can compete for titles, he'll be just fine. Mark Davis is always on his feelings. These refs in general, man, we never get the fair shake. The Lakers are front runners in the Miles Turner sweepstakes. Well, that's what the rumors say. That's what the rumors say usually, Anthony. But remember, we've been attached. Our name has been attached to Miles Turner for like the past 3 to 4 seasons, right? If you go back and look at the old rumors. So I'm at the point where I'll believe it when I see it, Anthony. But I would love it. If it was true, I would absolutely love it. The sources that are reporting on this right now aren't necessarily the sources that I trust. My sources, I trust even more than the ones that are reporting. So I'll tell you this. From what I'm hearing, from everything we're hearing on TV, online, and plus my sources, I'm hearing that Miles Turner, if he is dealt, is going to have to require a big man coming back. So it could be a multi-team deal or whatever, but they're going to want to have a big man, because why would you just sabotage your season just to get off from under a potential contract extension or potentially, letting somebody walk? I just don't see that. Unless there was a trade with multiple teams in line with the Lakers, with Indiana, where we end up with Miles and another team ends up with something, and then they end up with another different big, then yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Big Dog, appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Oh, it's easy. It's easy to do a show when the Lakers win. It's really hard and really intense when we lose. Kimiko, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we might actually do some more gaming tonight. We'll see. We'll see how the mood is. Maybe my girl wants to watch a movie, or maybe we go out and do something. What I think about John Collins? Well, from what I heard, the Kings were interested in trading for him. John Collins is decent. He's athletic. He's not the rim protector we need. He's a decent rebounder and a bucket getter. I wouldn't mind if this was like a last resort type thing for us, but it's definitely not the big that I believe AD wants to play alongside. I could be wrong about that, but I do like him, Let's see. This is a good question right here. Karma Carl Baller said, Dan, real talk. Question: if one of your homies hangs with your op and your ops, do they become an op? Just had an experience, had to cut some people off. Well, it depends, right? There's some homies that are mature enough that they can treat two different individuals fairly, right? For example, he's friends with me and he's friends with my op, but he treats us both fair and he doesn't try to like take a side. Then yeah, I could be homies with them. But to be honest, most of the time, and this was happened to me, even including last year, when one turns on you, they all start turning on you. It's like a trickle effect, and it's weird. You never even know why. You just start feeling the energy shift. And so what I usually do when people start turning on me, I just create a distance, and eventually I just stop completely communicating. So you got to protect your energy, and you got to make sure that you look out for your family first and foremost, rather than any people that probably won't appreciate anything you do for them anyway. So just protect your energy, man. Whatever you got to do. If you feel like people are switching up on you, then yeah, create your distance, man. But if you feel like you can still have a relationship with somebody, like I've never been the jealous type of anything. So if my friend hangs with my op, then it's still my friend. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to cut them off. But again, depends who the op is and what they've done. If they've done something like vile and horrible, then yeah, can't mess with anybody that hangs out with anybody like that. Let's see. Miles Turner will only help us with defense and addition to scoring, but he will lessen the burden to AD, helping him avoid injuries. Oh, big facts. Same thing with Kessler, though. Even though Kessler's not really a bucket getter, he's still a double-double, guys. He's going to help tremendously. Just think of Vando's energy and efforts, but from the center position. Can you imagine having two Vandos out there with Dorian Finney-Smith? So basically, essentially, three Vandos. All that energy, all that defense, all that rebounding is really going to help you win tons of games, right? He said Bruce Brown and Jacob Poeltl we need realistically. I wouldn't mind. See, this would be something I wouldn't mind at all. Updates on AD, yes, abdominal strain, reevaluated in a week. That's the update if you weren't here for pregame. So yeah, abdominal strain sounds painful. This sounds really painful. So hopefully he's good. But yeah, we don't know. Dan, should we trade for Isaiah Stewart? His trade value won't be too high. I wouldn't mind him. He's kind of a little loopy, though. He's a little crazy, kind of like Draymond minus the skill sets. but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a player like that, just because he's an enforcer, right? Kind of reminds me a little bit of Meta, but one of them things, man. Let's see what happens. As far as the trade goes, I do believe that there's a high chance that the Lakers end up trading for a player we're not even talking about. But there's also a chance that we do one of the trades we want, because there's not too many bigs in the market. There's a handful of them right now, at least the ones we hear about. Maybe it's a shadow trade that nobody's even talking about. It's a player nobody's even mentioning, like, I don't know, Nick Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets. Maybe it's somebody like that, right? Let's see. Isaiah Stewart is always emotional and getting suspended. Yeah, that's the problem I have with him. Just be. Dan, what's your favorite Laker bench warmer? Slava, DJ Benga, Dudley, Quinn, or Cook? Quinn Cook. Sorry. My favorite one will probably be Rooney Turiaf, because he actually had skill. Whenever his number was called, he would be out there. But who didn't like Robert Sacre? Who didn't like? There was a couple of them, man. There was a lot of good ones that were very supportive. But I like Rooney's energy all the time. Rooney was dope, bro. Who remembers Rooney Turiaf? Power forward. He would dunk like a madman, roll to the basket really nice, and sometimes would hit some little middies. Thomas the firefighter, or should I say Tomas? He said, "What's up, Dan? Been following your channel for 8 years now. First time catching your live. Huge Lakers fan from Mexico. Hey, saludos a Mexico, compa." He said, "Much love and respect. Prayers for everyone in California." Thank you, man. We truly appreciate that, and we need that as Cali continues to rebuild its communities. We appreciate you, man. Salute to you, brother. Much love to all the firefighters and all the first responders out there, man, and much respect to you, man. I'm as much a fan of yours as you are of this channel, so I appreciate you for your services, man, and that's some real love right there, bro. Thank you for sharing that with us. All the way from Mexico. That's what's up, man. Shout out my guy, Tomas. Let's see. Got a cash app by my brother Arthur, who says Cam is in padded doghouse with JJ. It seems that way, Arthur. And thank you again so much for the cash app, brother. I do appreciate that. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play his animation. But yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right, bro. He is. It seems like he's in the doghouse for sure. And it's a little discouraging because we just don't know why, right? But again, thanks so much for the cash app, man. Aloha. Thank you for the money. We love you. We love you, and please come back. Man, shout out to my girl for helping me do that voiceover right there. She was Minnie in that one. So yeah, we just cooked that one up real quick. But thanks for the cash app, bro. Appreciate that. He said, Quinn Cook came off like a groupie to me, bro. Was homies with everyone, but credit to him, got 2 rings. I don't know about a groupie, man. That's a little harsh. But I will say, Quinn Cook, it was for chemistry purposes. That's it. It was for chemistry purposes, and they brought him here, and it worked out. So, shout out to Quinn Cook. The Kendall Marshall days. Oh my God, Kendall Marshall under Mike D'Antoni. We thought we had the next best guard because he was averaging about 10 assists. We were so hyped for the assists. Now we got Austin out here cooking, averaging, over 7 as a starter, and people still hate on him. So it's kind of crazy. And he's not a system player. He is just a player that fits in any system, which I prefer more than a system player. Let me ask you this, chat. What do you guys prefer? A system player that only looks good with a system like Mike D'Antoni's, like James Harden, Steve Nash, Jeremy Lin, or a player that fits in any system like Austin Reeves, Vando? Because for me, I much prefer players that fit any system than a system player. Let's see. Thomas says, hopefully the Lakers can win a championship for all the victims. Lakers need a rim protector center that can help AD. Don't you agree? AD is always getting hurt playing the center position. Yes, I agree, brother. I 110% agree. We've been clamoring for this for years, and it's almost like every video, there's at least a couple of mentions of it. So that's how you know we're starving for it, man. But yeah, it's you're absolutely right, bro. We need that. We need an actual center right there. Quinn Cook was a diehard Laker fan. Yeah, I'm not gonna disrespect Quinn Cook. They call that man a groupie diehard. That's tough. That is tough. My guy said, I like versatile players. Me too. This is what I'm saying. Like some players, this is what people don't understand, right? Like people call me crazy for comparing Austin Reeves to Steve Nash. Why? Austin Reeves is ahead of the curve at the same, year 4 in the NBA Nash wasn't even averaging half of what Austin Reeves is averaging now, and with the same efficiency. And Nash went to Phoenix Suns, and he became a system player, which is why he had those MVP seasons. And no disrespect to Nash, he's a Hall of Famer. But I think Austin Reeves is well on his way. And if he was under a system like Mike D'Antoni's, he'd be putting up similar numbers, if not the same or better. So I'm telling y'all right now, we saw it happen with James. We saw it James Harden. We saw it happen with Jeremy Lin. Some players are just system players. What happened when they left? They weren't the same. They weren't the same. Right? But I like versatile players that fit any system too, bro. That's definitely my preference right there. Let's see. Cam Cross says, Dan, I don't get why they call Reeves overvalued yet. The flippers view Randall Terrence Mann like an all-star. First of all, yeah, we cannot gauge anything based off of what the Clippers view because they hang selfies for banners, right? That's number one. Number two, people that think that Austin Reeves is overpaid does not know ball. If anything, he's underpaid. He's really an $80 million player for a 4-year contract. Like he really should be making upwards of 20 mil for this production. 18-6, guys, efficiently as a third option. Yeah, he is hands down the bargain deal in the NBA. There's no better contract than him right now. Show me a better contract and I'll show you a liar, because there's no better contract than him right now in the NBA. So yeah, you're right about that, Karma Carl. All right, y'all. That's gonna wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I may or may not do a video tomorrow. It is Phone Call Friday, so I may mix my first ever trade machine / Phone Call Friday. I think I've done that before actually. So yeah, I retract my statement. Not the first time ever, but I might mix those two together. Phone Call Friday. I might do a segment of Over the Hedge. I haven't done one of those in a minute. And the trade machine, because we're in the final week of the trade deadline. So it gets interesting, it gets juicy. Who's ready for the trade deadline, guys? Drop in the comment section below who you guys want to see as a Laker. Let's speak it into existence. Hit the like button if you already have not. And tap in with Prize Picks, man. Promo code DTLF gets you guys that $50 with your first deposit in play. So again, thank you guys so much. Shout out to Kimiko for always doing the Lord's work over here, man, posting the links and stuff. Much love, Kimiko. Appreciate you. And I will see you guys hopefully later tonight if I have the energy and if I have the time on playback to play some maybe some Fortnite, maybe some COD. We'll see. All right, guys. Take it easy. Have a good night.